This is Melissa Ryan. She's been married for about 10 years now, with whom the world would perceive to be the love of her life, Simon Ryan. The man she fell in love with in her college years, went on numerous dates with, and had a wonderful beginning to their relationship that ended up in them moving together. 3 years into living together, Melissa and Ryan finally built up the courage to introduce each other to their families and make things serious. Eventually, they got married like every other happy couple, took the most beautiful pictures of their wedding day that still hung on the walls of their house. But now, those very pictures were practically of no use and brought back only memories worth regret and grief. Melissa was the happiest person in the world on the day of her wedding. She thought Simon was the perfect man for her. He was the most charming, the most loving, and the person she was sure she wanted to spend the rest of her life with. And it was true that the first 2 or 3 years did go by in bliss. But soon things became bland, and from bland it turned to something Melissa could have never imagined in her entire life. Simon now always had a bad temper. He was always bossing her around. He never listened to her wishes. He never asked her how she was or if she was okay. Melissa could hardly remember when was the last time Simon had at all said anything nice to her. Maybe he's just going through a tough time at work. You should talk to him. You guys weren't like this back in college. I don't know. Things just aren't working out between us. Do you think he's cheating on you? No. I mean, I don't think so. It's like he just can't stand me anymore. It started with disagreements and quarrels, and now I'm just sick of the constant yelling and... Listen, we've been friends with both of you for the longest time, and there's no way we'd want to see you two separated, but you have to know when it's the time to take the right decision if need be it. Lisa, you're always taking things too far. As far as I know Simon, he can be a little ill-tempered, but that's not something you would just break off a marriage for. Melissa, think about it. Maybe it's just a few arguments. You guys need to talk and sort things out. That was the last time that Melissa had gone out with her friends, Lisa and her husband Andrew, about 6 months ago. Melissa, Simon, Andrew, and Lisa had all gone to college together back in the days, and often went out on double dates early in their marriage. But it was a different time now. Melissa's marital life had become awful. She started to consider leaving Simon, but every time she was hesitant, remembering those memories of when they first fell in love. The only thoughts that prevented her from reacting or fighting back. And the days seemed to be going by just like that. You useless woman, why did I even marry you? You good-for-nothing piece of... What is this you cooked? This tastes like hogwash. You expect me to come home from work to eat this? Did you just now talk back to me? I'm speaking too loudly? Are you even someone worth speaking to? I wish I married someone else. You ruined everything. Are you an idiot? Why do you have this phone? To miss my calls? You've kept me waiting for so long. Stupid, ridiculous, excuses, you half-minded fool. The days in their once peaceful home became unbearable as Simon treated Melissa worse than the day before. If Melissa ever tried to raise her voice or retaliate, things only got more out of hand. Soon enough, Melissa was restricted from going outside or calling her family, and she couldn't imagine what would happen if she did otherwise. There was only one thing she could do to spare herself the ongoing quarrels. Just shut up and do what I told you. Get out of my sight. I don't want to hear that nagging voice, nor do I want to see those fake tears. But of course, everyone had their breaking point, and Melissa was soon reaching hers. She had to do something about it. She had to get out of this mess. She did nothing to deserve this. And it was one of these mornings, out of sheer rage, that Melissa decided she would take a break from all of this. Melissa didn't want to take Simon's life, but sometimes a little silence was necessary. She added just an extra dose of a sleeping aid into Simon's lunch. And soon enough, an afternoon nap turned into a night's sleep. Melissa went out after a long time. She tried to relieve herself, but no matter how much she tried, she only feared when Simon would find out. She got home around midnight. awfully anxious, but relieved and a bit more confident to see Simon sleeping in bed. It wasn't until the next morning that he woke up unaware of what had occurred. "Do I have to tell you to get my coffee? Nothing but useless. You call yourself a wife? You're a liability." But the very moment he woke up, the insults began again. Melissa was just sick of it. She went to the kitchen in rage and poured out a steaming cup of coffee. She brought it to Simon, only to accidentally slip the boiling beverage onto him. "You idiot, what have you done?" "No, you won't learn without." Simon got out of bed to get hold of Melissa. But he suddenly sat back down in pain. "My head." Melissa felt a little guilty seeing him in that state. She knew exactly why he wasn't feeling well, side effects of the sleeping aid. But after all she suffered, if she could get away with it, she might as well do it again. "I'm sorry, I'll get you a towel." That night, Melissa cooked up her concoction and served Simon again. She desperately waited for him to fall asleep, so she could have some moments of relief by herself again. Melissa had found her little escape from this horrible life. But Simon was Simon. He never spared Melissa of the awful words he spewed out. "Look at you. What have you done in your life? If you weren't married to me, you would be on the streets, incompetent." "Are you good at anything? You're not a good wife, you have no friends, your family is useless." "Worthless. You should be grateful to have a husband like me." Now, with the little power and confidence she had in a very long time, Melissa wanted revenge, and her secret became even more darker by the day. She took out every opportunity to make Simon's life more miserable than he had ever made hers. "Simon, don't worry, everything will be fine. Let me wrap this with a bandage for you." "I don't want to see your face. Just leave and get out of here." "Simon, do you want me to apply a cold compress on you? It will make you feel better." "What will make me feel better is if I had a real wife, not a pathetic excuse for a human being like you." "There's something on the bed, it's biting me." "Maybe I can get you an ointment." But even in all the pain, Simon was still Simon. He was still that ruthless, heartless individual. Melissa often wondered, how long was this going to go on? Should she just end it all? Melissa suddenly heard the bell ring. There were guests over after a long, long time. She hurried to the door and nervously peered out. It was Andrew. "Andrew, how are you?" "I just came by to see if everything is okay." Yeah, everything is fine." Lisa had been trying to contact you for a few months now. You never pick up. Simon hasn't been answering my calls either. What's up with you two? Melissa suddenly stood still to Simon's voice echoing in the halls. Do you think I have all day to wait for your nonsense? Where's my breakfast? Incompetent. Just incompetent. That's Simon. He's calling me again, Melissa said, embarrassed by her husband's rude behavior. Andrew watched Melissa hurry off in a panic to the kitchen. He knew Melissa and Simon weren't in good terms with each other and they were having issues in their marriage, but he had never seen Melissa so paranoid before. Andrew slowly entered the house. He peered into the kitchen, seeing Melissa stumbling over everything, anxiously preparing breakfast. He quickly went up the stairs to meet Simon. Perhaps a talk could make the two understand. Simon, you're not out of bed yet? He said, inching open the bedroom door. Simon. When Andrew entered the bedroom, he was horrified by what he saw. Simon was laying in bed, rotting to nothing but skeletal remains. Food, bandages, bugs, coffee, nails, and numerous filth all over him. When did this happen? It seemed that Simon had passed away months ago. Andrew held his nose in the stench, horrified as he heard Melissa step through the door, holding a bowl of soup. Simon, the soup you asked for, Melissa said, serving Simon her little concoction once again for her little moments of relief. Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting.